Hi, I'm Jen, and you're listening to the Shadow Sanctuary, where I dig into the history of haunted locations to try and find a correlation between historical fact and paranormal experience. Is there a reason for the haunting? Why does energy stay? Keep listening to find out more. Welcome to the Shadow Sanctuary. I'm your host, Jen, and we find ourselves at the end of February, guys. Tonight, I'm going to be telling you about Miramont Castle in Manitou Springs, Colorado. So, let's get into it. Located just outside of Colorado Springs in El Paso County is a town called Manitou Springs. Founded in 1872 by Dr. William Bell and General William Palmer as a scenic health resort and spa community. The town was incorporated in 1876. Considering the beautiful location of the springs in a forested canyon, it's no wonder the indigenous considered the location sacred. The eruption of bubbles in mineral water was considered the breath of the Great Spirit, and offerings of beads were left in gratitude. In 1820, Dr. Edwin James was the first Westerner to discover the health giving mineral water. Father Francolon, born in France in 1854 into a wealthy aristocratic family, immigrated to the United States in 1878 at the age of 24. In 1892, seeking to restore his failing health, Father Francolin relocated to Manitou Springs, known for its healing waters and clean air. His mother joined him in July of 1893. Newspaper accounts of the time described opulent furnishings, artworks, and antiques displayed in their home, indicating their previous wealth. Father Franklin built Miramont Castle in 1895. He and his mother were somewhat recluse, but they hosted two fundraising balls at the castle in 1897, one for a library and one for the poor. Unexpectedly, Father Franklin left Manitou in 1900, taking the valuable artwork with him, but leaving behind the furniture. Father Franklin spent his final years in New York City, where he died in 1922. The Sisters of Mercy came to Manitou at the behest of Father Franklin, who had donated his first Manitou home for their use as a sanitarium, primarily for the treatment of tuberculosis. They received their first patient in August of 1895, and by March of 1896, they were beginning a large addition to the facility. Miramont Castle was vacant from 1900 until 1904, when the sisters were urged by Dr. Geierman to purchase Miramont for the use in conjunction with German priest Sebastian Niep's water therapy system. In 1907, an electrical fire destroyed Montcalm Sanitarium, which was located where the upper parking lot is now, and the sisters moved their patients into Miramont Castle, where they continued to serve for the next 20 years. By 1928, it became economically impossible for the sisters to continue with the sanitarium. The sisters used the building for a short time as a boarding house for the wealthy and then as a vacation house for the clergy. It stood empty until it was sold in 1946 to private owners who turned the home into apartments. In 1975, the Manitou Springs Historical Society obtained the house and opened it to the public in 1976. In 1977, it was added to the National Register of Historic Places. The castle is rumored to be haunted. The castle's keeper has claimed to hear singing in the tea room, wooden floors creaking with footsteps, and doors slamming shut when the castle is empty. People also report phantom breezes and apparitions of a little boy and little girl, a man with a top hat and heavy boots, and a woman dressed in white and also a woman dressed in black that appears as a reflection, and a dog that likes to brush up against legs. Guests report seeing the little boy and little girl playing in the garden. Are these spirits past residents or sanitarium patients? Maybe a bit of both. Miramont Castle Museum and the Queen's Parlor Tea Room is located at 9 Capitol Hill Avenue, Manitou Springs, Colorado. They're open year round and hours depend on the season. They offer high tea packages and self guided tours of the castle. I'll be back in March to talk about places in Oregon, North Dakota, Louisiana, and Rhode Island. That's it for today's episode. Thank you so much for listening. Please like, share, and subscribe. Be sure to check us out on Facebook for more information on upcoming episodes. As always, don't let the eerie vibes fade too quickly. Stay haunted, my friends.